welcome and thank you for joining our Music for Global Change broadcast with founder and music ambassador Skyler, Jett, and presenter Tom Bryant and Ryan Shuchuk. And our special guest today is
Pauli Carman.
Well, welcome to the show,
Pauli Carman.
You are Grammy-nominated multi-platinum recording artist, lead singer and founder with the group Champaign, named after your hometown Champaign, Illinois. You had worldwide fame and worldwide hit with How About Us and Try Again. You've appeared on TV on Soul Train, Solid Gold, American Bandstand, as well as Top of the Pops in good old UK. You've toured, well, all over the world, from Madison Square Garden to Disney World. There's so much more to talk about with you, Pauli. Thank you so much for joining us, and please tell us more.
Oh, thank you very much, Tom. A pleasure. It's good to be on you guys' show. It's good to be on. Shall I put mine on like this?
Oh, there you
go. Oh,
we're
wow.
Talking.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Oh,
Pauli, I'll tell you what, man. I was doing a lot of research, and you are. I thought my dad was the king of style, but it's you, man.
Took a leaf out of Pauli's book, man. Oh, wow.
That's right. I don't know who.
Right.
I don't know who was rocking it first.
Say hello to Dad for me. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, brother. Come on, tell us what's happening.
Well, man, it's been a strong last 2 years. I mean, I've been through a lot, and it was a heart situation for me. It was my heart, and I didn't know that I even had a heart condition. After all these years, I had no idea, but it was a year ago in June. My wife and I we were in the backyard. Matter of fact, we had just celebrated our anniversary, and, we didn't do much. We didn't make much noise. Pandemic was on, of course, and everything like that. And I had an episode where I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And so I was rushed to the ER, to make a long story short. And I was diagnosed with a cardiomyopathy that I had an enlarged heart. My diagnosis was I had an enlarged heart and a leaky valve. It was an attack on me because I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
I couldn't catch my breath, man. I couldn't get a full lungs worth of breath. And so rushed to the hospital, and they checked me in. They immediately put me on a lot of meds, a lot of medication, in hopes that it would, calm the situation down. And I stayed in the hospital for maybe 2 days, and they sent me home with the meds and everything. Well, I had another episode.
Oh, wow.
It was the end of August this time. I had to have a very serious heart surgery, or else I wasn't going to make it.
Oh, wow.
And,
Wow.
I could feel that, man. I could feel that I was all of a sudden getting weak, and I could feel like my life leaving my body. And so we signed all the papers and everything. And I had a surgery on September 9th. So it has just been 1 year since I've had my heart surgery. So anyway, a long story short.
How are you feeling today?
Near-death experience, and today I'm feeling great. I had
awesome.
Brilliant.
echocardiogram maybe a week and a half ago, and I just got the results back that my heart is doing a lot better.
Wonderful.
And it's getting a
Fantastic.
lot better. And I live my life with such thankfulness for so many things, and Jett, brother, I want to tell you, man, thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you. I appreciate our friendship. I love you, man.
I love you too, man. I had my heart attack in December.
Okay, now we touched on that just for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn it around and make me be the interviewer, but what happened to you, Skyler?
Same thing. I couldn't breathe.
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't breathe, man. They took me in and they did the surgery like 30 minutes after I was in.
Okay.
And NHS over here is amazing. The healthcare system is just, everybody was wonderful. After you go through the experience of having a heart attack, and you still live,
Yes.
like I walk down the street where I used to walk by flowers. I don't walk by them anymore. I look at every one of them, go over and smell them. It's a,
And I wish I could take the camera and show you our backyard now. I got so many flowers now.
yeah,
I'm growing vegetables and
yeah.
I go out and I hold my tomatoes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. After you go through it,
You know,
and then 3 months later, I met my son Ryan.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. Oh my goodness.
Mind blowing, man. It's the best, beautiful gift that I've ever had, right?
Yes.
And it's just wonderful. But man, I want to get into your music, right? Matter of fact, Tom, you got a question first.
Well, yeah, I mean, I want to talk about, obviously, Champagne's huge group, huge hits that you've had there. What was it like in that? I mean, you were on Soul Train, is such a huge show to be on. And what was all that like? Was it kind of just like a whirlwind, or how was that experience?
Tom, it was a whirlwind. And I just have to let you know, the first thing we did after recording the single, How About Us, we were then flown to New York to do a video on the single and then finished the album. So we finished the album and then they flew us right off to the UK where they presented us with our first platinum records. And, yes, it was a whirlwind. I got to tell you, Tom, it was a whirlwind, man. It really was, because after filming the video, which it was my first experience in front of the camera, actually filming something, putting something on real film, and so it was very exciting. And then I think it was just the following week, we went on a tour. First, we went to the UK. You wonderful people there presented us with our platinum records. And then we went to France, Belgium, and Holland, Amsterdam. Well, of course, we had a wonderful time. We had a wonderful time in all those places because people were so kind. They were so kind, I'd never been out of the country in my life at that time. So it was very interesting, the beginning of a new life kind of for me. I heard you, Skyler, speaking about being able to travel for the first time in your life. And then you really started enjoying traveling and meeting people from different countries and whatnot. And I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, especially when you get out of the country and find out, that people that speak different languages fall in love with, your song and stuff like that. I mean,
you're absolutely right. Yes. And to find out that people are actually the same all over the world.
All over the world, man.
We're not that different. We may speak different languages, but I mean, since then, I've been all over the world numerous times.
Yeah.
And it doesn't change.
No.
It doesn't change. We're just human. We're people.
Yeah. When I was 18 years old, I moved from Oakland to New Jersey. Okay. And I started opening for Bruce Springsteen when I was 19 years old. Right. Sure. And I didn't know how big that dude was. I mean, everybody in New Jersey knew how big he was, but I'm from Oakland. Who is this guy, right? He got holes in his pants and stuff. And the girls would just go crazy when he came out. I said, man, I want to be in his band, right?
Yeah, he's the boss.
It's the boss, yeah.
Yeah, the boss, right? Then the second I moved to Canada, and that's, but the second time was when I replaced Lionel, and we went to China, and it was 18,000 people out there, and they had their lighters going. I'm singing Three Times a Lady, and they had their lighters going for now. When I went to go speak to these people backstage, they couldn't speak to me, but I saw them singing Three Times a Lady.
Sure. Right. And they didn't miss not one lyric.
They knew every word. I mean, and so the traveling part was the best for me, playing the Hammersmith Odeon where the Beatles used to play at with the Commodores and just traveling is the best. When you get, see that, I tell people at home, You guys got to go over across the water. Then you see how people really fall in love. They got your records. They love you. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing, man.
And you mentioned China. Now, I went on tour to Asia in 1989.
Yeah.
And I ended up loving it so much. And the people were so welcoming and just so very kind. I stayed from 1989 to 2000.
Wow.
Wow.
I lived in Hong Kong.
Amazing.
And
That's a nice
I
place.
left in 2000 because in 89, it was still under British rule.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was a fantastic, such a happy place, man. I fell in love with Hong Kong and so many different nationalities there.
Yeah.
And, you know, playing the Queen Elizabeth Stadium and things like that were it was just so fantastic.
Yeah,
I
man.
stayed until 2000, and then they said, well, it's getting ready to change back from British rule to, you know,
Chinese rule.
Chinese rule, yeah.
And so I said, well, time to go.
There you go.
Flight.
Many people left. Many people left at that time. I've been back only once,
Yeah.
and it is so very different that, you know, I can only remember what wonderful time I had, you know, prior.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
and yes, I love that. I ended up buying a home in the Philippines. So I went
Okay.
from Hong
Wow.
Kong to the Philippines and stayed there for a couple years.
Yeah.
And it was the craziest thing. I ended up one day, I'm sitting in the Philippines in my backyard. We had bought a beautiful home there. And I'm sitting in the backyard and I start to hear REO Speedwagon
Yeah.
played over loud speakers through this jungle.
Wow.
Amazing.
And I said, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that's REO Speedwagon. They're from my city. We're all good friends. We're all from
Oh, wow.
Champaign.
Okay.
And I said, oh my God, they know about REO Speedwagon back here. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I lived in Cebu,
Okay.
a small island. If you ever check out your map, it's just a little bitty island, but the most beautiful place. Oh my goodness, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, traveling the world and being able to learn different, you know, dialects and meet people that have different ideas about life. And they have, of course, a million questions to ask you because you're not from there.
Sure.
Right.
And they looked at me and they thought I was from there because a lot of people there look like me, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I would have to tell them, I'm so sorry. I can't speak your language, you know, but I'm open for learning. You know,
Yeah.
I
He's
do
like, we're
music.
cousins.
And so I started doing a television show in Cebu every weekend called Sabado Nagyut.
Okay.
And it means celebrate every Saturday.
Okay.
And I would come on and I would sing a different Champagne song every Saturday. And I did this for probably 2 years. And I just had a wonderful time.
It's good.
Yeah. And the food had to be amazing.
Oh my goodness. The food was just so fresh. You could tell, you know, how, I mean, I don't eat a lot of meat now, but the animals are raised different and the food there is so much cleaner, you know, the way they grow it. And the seafood was absolutely, you know, just.
Yeah. See, my son Ryan, he don't like seafood.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. Give me the empanadas. You keep the
There
fish.
you go.
Ryan, you got a question?
Yes, sir. Pauli, listen, I would be remiss. You have an illustrious career. There's no denying that. But I would be remiss if I didn't bring up on this broadcast of ours on YouTube that I read that you are the Whisper sample track from Salt and Peppa's Push It. You are the
No way, really? Oh, wow.
Push It.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
oh, fantastic.
Ryan don't miss nothing, man.
This is an exclusive. It's not exclusive because it's pretty well known, but it's an exclusive for YouTube.
That's
Because now
amazing.
we're going to get all the YouTube views.
You know,
Amazing.
it was to find out about it.
Yeah. How did that come about?
Well, I have a wonderful team of people in Las Vegas, and they're just
Vegas.
constantly, you know, digging through this and that and stirring up things. And they said, we already know that that's you on Salt and Pepper saying, push. And I said, okay.
So that was sampled from your song Pushing It, right? It was a sample?
Yes, it was sampled from my song Keep On Pushing.
Keep On Pushing. Okay.
And so I'm celebrating this year 45 years in the music industry.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That was the band that I first started with. They were called Cold Kitchen.
Okay.
And so we're celebrating 45 years in the music industry this year. And it's a wonderful thing and sort of sad at the same time. I've lost many musician friends, and a couple that were in that group have since passed.
Okay.
But it was 1977. We recorded the album for Epic Records.
Okay.
For a label that was owned by Irving Azoff. I don't know if you know the name in the industry, but a very, very big name.
Oh no, he's huge. Yeah.
Yes. And well, so Irving, I have to go a little further back. He's from Champaign also.
Okay.
Oh wow.
He had a booking agency in Champaign, and the band was booking through his agency. Well, then Irving left Champaign and he started managing Michael McDonald and REO Speedwagon. And there are a number of the Eagles, a number of big name acts that he started managing. And he owned the label. He owned Full Moon Epic. So we were on Full Moon Epic. And Irving was very, of course, he was a pro at what he did. And he just went on to become bigger and bigger.
Sure.
But that's where the song came from. 1977, Cold Kitchen. Yeah, Keep On Pushing. Wow, I'm flattered though. I really.
So you didn't. So obviously you didn't know that they had sampled it until
I had
obviously they didn't get your permission or anything like that. So right. So
right.
Okay.
No one came to me, but
with a check. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's one instance.
Sure,
yeah.
Sure.
Skyler, I'm sure you have stories also.
Right? Oh man, come on. You know what I love about because I sang on a song with James Brown and Aretha.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm like the king and the queen. I'm getting but I love it because he went to jail right after that. Right. And so he was in prison for a while. When he got out, he's at the Grammys. He's like, I like to thank my attorneys because all those kids had been sampling all of his, all that. Mm-hmm. They sampled everything, and he sued every one of them.
That's fine. James. I mean, good for him.
Man.
Yes.
Do you spend a lot of time, Pauli? Do you spend much time? You have a team in Vegas, but do you spend much time in Vegas? The reason why I'm asking is there's a karaoke bar in Vegas called Champagne's. I've spent many a night there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. No, I did not know.
Oh yeah. It's been there since I want to say it's been there since the 70s. Like
So you sing?
With enough alcohol at a karaoke bar? Yes.
You say everybody sings.
Exactly. Right. Put a track on. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
But I was just wondering because I was like, okay, Champagne. All right. Like, yeah. I mean, it's been there for a while for sure. 40 years. I believe.
Oh my. Matter of fact, I was in Vegas right when the pandemic thing hit and everything closed down and they sent me home. And it was after I got home that I was kind of lost.
Yeah.
I'm home. I'm not home much. I hadn't been home very often.
Man.
This life is all about going out into the world and spreading your music and your love and your spirit. Wow, man, I got home and it was just, I felt kind of out of place in my own home, and this particular home, my wife and I, we've been here for about 20 years. We've owned this home for about 20 years.
Yeah.
And I lost myself, but it was then that my health started going.
Wow.
And I told my wife, I said, honey, is it because I stopped traveling and moving and performing and all of that. And then when you sit still, it's like your body starts trying to catch up with you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but questions that I never really got answers for. I have doctors who they say, well, you know, could have been. But something else about that is strange is that I didn't get sick until after I got the vaccines. for
Oh,
COVID.
wow.
Me too.
I was doing fine. I was doing fine.
Wow.
And I got my second shot and I about lost my life. I'm not, you know, I can't really sit here and say that I know for sure that that was the reason why. But, you know, you kind of take everything into consideration. You look back hindsight. What was it that I did to bring this on now?
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Especially
And-
if you haven't been sick all your life.
Right. And I don't do things much out of the ordinary. I mean, you know, I'm on a pretty strict diet. I don't drink and do all the things I used to do like 25, 30 years ago.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, it was just nutty. I was a young man. I'd been to every rock festival there is. I, you know, hung out with all the best and worst musicians that there are.
Yeah.
You
The
know, you
legends.
mentioned playing or opening or something for a group from England. Well, when we were doing Cold Kitchen, we were doing opening acts for big name acts who came to the United States. And one night we were asked to open for Jethro Tull.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And we were a funk rock band. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
We were only three pieces and one singer. You know?
Oh my
But we got
God.
received pretty well. It was at the Kiel Auditorium in St. Louis. And got to meet and hang out with Ian Anderson and all those people were so cool, man. They were just, you know, just a gas. And then Joe Cocker, you know,
Yeah.
and he was a gas. And everyone we opened for, man, was just real receptive and very, very laid back and cool about the whole thing.
I love it. Well, listen, you know, my movement, I started Music for Global Change.
Yes, I love that. I love
Thank you,
that.
brother. Thank you, brother. It's
Yes.
about lyrics that heal, educate, and solve problems, right?
Mhm.
But I love to get your feelings on who were some of your famous artists that wrote social conscious music.
Oh man, I think right at the top of the list would be Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
You know, and got a chance to meet Stevie. I think you probably spent some time with Stevie as well.
Yeah, sang with you. Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, we went to his studio and we hung out and we wrote some music and sang and just, you know, had a great time from like 4:30 in the morning till 4:30 in the evening the next day.
Yeah.
Those are Stevie hours there. You know?
Whoa.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, man.
Wow, there were many, you know, because at one point in time, even the Temptations were doing social conscious music, you know.
What was this? What was that song?
Oh my goodness, they did more. They did many.
Yeah. The OJs too.
The OJs and who was the guy that did War? What is it good?
Edwin Starr.
Edwin Starr, yes, him as
And
well.
how about Marvin Gaye?
Marvin, yes, of course, you know. Yeah, of course.
John Lennon, right?
When I did the vocal at Universal Studio in 1980, it was actually 1980, the winter of 1980. I believe that's when, anyway, I did my vocal and I could see up into the booth because it's a huge studio. If you've ever been in there, it's like really huge and you can
Oh yeah.
into the booth, but you can't really see anyone. You can only see the shadows. And I did a take and I looked up in the booth and no one was there except for the engineer. And he said, Pauli, that was great. Come on in. John Lennon has been murdered.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Did not know how to feel. I
Yeah.
was feeling great and elated and I'm pumped to sing About Us for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm dealing with people like Tom 84 and the Phoenix Horns from Earth, Wind and Fire. That's who played horns on that song. How about us?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
People like this were hanging out in the studio and doing parts on that song. So I felt wonderful to be able to sing on
Cloud
that
Nine.
song, you
Yeah.
know? and to hear John Lennon had been murdered, I came up to the mixing room and everyone was sad, you know, except me. I was real happy because I just finished this vocal and I'm like, oh, we're going to have a record come out on CBS. You know, it's going to be Sony. It's going to be handling this and we getting ready to travel. And then they said, John Lennon is dead. And
man. The reason why I'm after this is because there's never been a genre of social conscious music. There's always been people that write social conscious music, but there's never been platform for it, TV, radio. And so that's what we're trying to create here. And so our plan is to start festivals. I'm working on trying to get some funding now to get festivals going where I can introduce acts that write social conscious music, right? And I'd love for you to come and perform.
Oh, you got me whenever you want me, brother. I am there. I am there.
That's a wonderful thing. I'm gonna have Patty Austin come. That's my buddy. Yes. And so we gonna get into some amazing things. Tom, you got another question?
Well, it's probably a question you've been asked numerous times before, but what with all the kind of experience and kind of different things you've done over the years, is there any kind of standout thing that you thought, wow, I was involved in this? Or I mean, obviously there's probably too many to mention, but is there anything that springs to mind?
Oh my goodness, Tom.
Yeah. Well, I don't make them small. I just go for a massive question like that, straight away.
You know, the ones that go through my head
are
the ones I'm really not supposed to talk about.
Those are the ones we want to hear.
Bring those up. We can edit it. Come on, just between us.
Well, I had a date with Diana Ross one time. Another guy took off with her.
Wow.
Oh my God.
As an exclusive.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, that's what the road will do for you, right?
Yeah.
Road.
No, I sort of say that in jest because, there were numerous times, people that you meet or things that you participate in, that you just look around and go, this is never going to happen again.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm so wonderfully blessed to be here and to be a part of it. There's almost too many to mention. I need to come there where you guys are so we can go and sit down and hang out. And
man.
And then,
there we go.
Then we'll get all the stories.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Bring it.
I won't tell you everything, but I'll tell you most of everything.
We can read between the lines, Pauli.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, Pauli, real quick. I noticed, man, you are everywhere. Like you're on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Like, are you a big social media guy?
You know what, Ryan?
Yeah.
I'm not.
No?
It's your team. I got to be honest with you guys. I feel like I know you, man. I feel like I know you guys. I'm serious. Well, I've been watching your shows, that are on YouTube and just listening to you. And listening. For one thing, the conversation is excellent. You guys are on it. And the people that you've had on, top notch and really informative.
That's King Jett.
Stuff
King
you don't
Jett
want to
just going through his Rolodex.
Yeah, his little black book.
Yeah.
You don't want to watch, 5 minutes and then shut it off. It's interesting.
We appreciate it.
No, it's my people in Las Vegas again.
It's great.
They are fantastic with what they do. And as I mentioned, this last year has just been a period of cardio rehab for me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm still in cardio rehab, but I'm doing well. Like I said, so I'm really happy about that. But it's them. It's not me at all.
I mean, listen,
I'll be honest.
They're doing a fantastic job. I mean, I saw a Dial My Number NFT project, and I was like, man, this guy is all over the place. Yeah. NFTs,
and
good for you.
NFT phenomenon, isn't that weird? I mean, I see so many things in the music industry now because it's changed so much that you basically almost call your own shots now. You put your own thing together with what you have passion within that industry for. Like Skyler, what you're doing with music for a global cause, man. That's a global change, rather.
Yeah.
And then I heard the music that you're doing
Yeah.
that's surrounding this whole thing. And I'm going, how come he didn't call me and let me collab
Yeah.
with him? What
You know
happened?
that started with Ronald LaPrade, the bass player who wrote Brick House. And when I was living with him down in Alabama, in Tuskegee, we wind up writing a song where we gave all the money to underprivileged families for education.
Mhm.
And it was the best thing that ever happened to me because I didn't make a dime for it. We just gave all the money away. And I saw that we can help people that way.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
By using our music to heal and educate people, right?
Absolutely. Doesn't it feel good when you're a blessing and you know it?
Yes. Yeah,
and,
man.
and you see it, you know what I mean? You see that you bless someone. And in all honesty, we both know what you're supposed to do then is just turn the other way and give some more
That's right.
and be a bigger blessing and see who can outbless who, because none of us is going to outbless
Wouldn't that
God,
be?
right?
That would be.
I absolutely love it, man. I like being a part of something that's going to make a change for the better. I always had this saying, I still do, that music is a healing aspect of life.
Yes, it is.
And it really is. It really is, man. It has saved me many times, and it has put me, in places that I thought I'd never see or be, or, with people I thought I'd never meet, and feel real good about it,
The number one language in the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'll tell you something we didn't have back then. It's like the technology today, right? But back in the day, your fans would wait till you get off stage, and then you had to go sit there and sign all that stuff like that, right? Yeah. Do it after stage. But what we have now, though, is like you could say, because you're on stage and you're looking out, and you can see if they're resonating with the song, right? Sure. And when they do that, you're like, you watch them. I don't like doing gigs with people just sitting there.
Oh,
I like them to stand up and come to the stage, come up, but if you can see them getting excited, you go, hey, did you like that? Text me right now. You can buy it, and you might make $700, and they never, because everybody got a phone.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
You'll make a lot of money just for, and so your wife, baby, if we leave right now, though, we can, that babysitting money, and so man, they can get everything from you right there. There's ways that you can send them stuff. We didn't have that before, so that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, a beautiful way of merchandising,
right?
Promotion, yeah.
And knowing that they love what you're doing.
Yes,
it's just the best, man.
Yeah, Pauli, thank you so much for coming on, brother. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too, bro. I love you, man. And let me be a part of what you're doing. Let's collab on something.
That's right.
Definitely.
I'm really a fan of reaching out now and collabing with different people. I just did one with a group of guys out of Athens, Greece.
Okay.
Burning Up.
Yeah.
And,
that track is hot.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We had a ball doing it, and I want to do it. I want to do it more. As I mentioned before, this new music industry, people are trying different things. Everything doesn't work, but I hope people keep trying different things.
Sure.
It's opening up a new world of opportunity for us as artists and for a listening audience,
I'm going to introduce you to a brother that's a really beautiful cat, man. In Zurich, Switzerland. He's the biggest producer in Switzerland. I want to hook you up with him. His name is Urs Wisendanger, right?
Okay.
And he used to play with Jeff Lorber and all kind of people like that. But he's an amazing musician and stuff like that. So
I would love it. And you mentioned Jeff Lorber. Jeff played on one of my solo albums, Pauli Carman, It's Time.
Okay.
Produced by Sturkin and Rogers, Carl Sturkin and Evan Rogers. And they went on to do Rihanna. And, you don't hear about them much anymore. They don't need to do much anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be fantastic, man. I want to work. I'm going to link you up. I'm looking forward to this year.
Yeah.
because my health is getting better and I'm getting antsy.
Gotta get moving, yeah.
I gotta get moving, man. Right.
Like I said, we can't thank you enough for coming on. I love you, brother. Namaste.
Thanks for
Namaste.
joining us.
Pauli, we're gonna link up in Cebu. We're gonna get some adobo.
Yes.
After Switzerland, and we're gonna eat.
Yeah, Ryan.
In the Philippines.
I like you, man.
I appreciate that, sir.
Hey, Tom, you the best, man.
Pleasure. Thanks for
You
joining
guys
us.
make a nice team. You really do. I like the format. I like the way you work it. You know.
Thank you.
It's really good. I didn't
Thank
know.
you so much for the praise. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
man.
Absolutely. From the
right
heart.
on, brother. Much love. Much love.
All right, Pauli.
Take care.
If we all get together, music can save the world. Yeah. Music can save the world. Music can save the world. If we all come together, music can save the world. There's an urgency facing our humanity.
Thank you so much for watching. To stay up to date, please click subscribe and hit the bell. You can also join our group on Facebook and find us on LinkedIn and Instagram.